All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Relentless Racing League. How's everyone doing today? Got some Arca racing at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Got the old version of Atlanta today. We are alone tonight. Practice assist is finishing up. Johnny Brugge, top of the charts right now. 4 crown over Collier Pettit on the top 5 right now. Everyone just getting some of their final laps taken care of, getting them all in there. 7th race of the Arca Series should be a fun one. Got some new faces that we saw earlier this week in the Truck Series. So we'll take a moment for a quick 30-second break, and we will be back for qualifying on the Southern Broadcast Race Network. Whoopsie. The camera edit's stuck. Oh no. There we go. Alright, time to get some qualifying done. Nathan Fuller, first one out. So he'll get the viewing tonight. Nathan's been pretty good over the time he's been in the league. Won quite a few races in both Arca and Truck. See if he can pull one out today at Atlanta. Seems like I'd say probably the middle side of the track is going to be what is really going to be the place to be tonight. If it's not, I'll be surprised. Nathan will get his first lap at 31:46. Good start for him. Elmater and Crownover and Horner way slower than 4 right now, surprisingly. I think they're just taking it slower on their first lap, trying to get more speed. Nathan improves to a 31.3. Joe Nullback right now, second fastest in his Mountain Dew #1. Everyone's still way, way, way off of Nathan Fuller. Collier puts it down at 31.6. And Nullback does improve, but only goes 4th fastest. McRae and Crownover both 31.4 and 31.45. By the way, guys, I know we're not racing Cup. Yeah, it's something to do with the stream key. It's the only issue I have with it, where it doesn't want us to change the title. Find someone else. There we go. Brandon Key on his second lap in his 51. It's currently the slowest car right now, but the first laps are quite slow compared to the other ones. Across the line goes Key. 6th fastest, not too bad for Key. All right, I think that is it for qualifying. Let's see if maybe 1 or 2 people will take time. But, you know, while we wait for that, let's take care of the rest of commercials, and then we'll be ready for the start.
It's been the first thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade.
You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.
All right, back on the Southern Broadcast Race Network. It's time to get going at Atlanta. Here's the starting lineup for today's race at what Stephen McComas calls the Trees Grader. Nathan Ford going to be rolling off on pole. Johnny Brew going to be in second. James McRae going to be third with Crown over fourth. It is going to be a fifth starting spot today for Joe Nallback, and sixth for Brandon Key, seventh for Josh Van Westen, eighth for AJ Kuthin, ninth for Tom Golker, 10th for Adam Pettit, 11th for Ethan Collier, 12th for Tanner Bukowski, 13th for Horner, and 14th for Delmater. No Bobby Rafferty, I bet, today, and that'll be 16th for Mike Simone, 17th Matt Bournes, 19th Shane O'Meal, and 20th Sean Pointer. That'll all just in the rear of the field as a couple guys may not grid up. And it's time to get going in Atlanta. Here we go, guys. So, in the chat, would like to hear, who do you think is going to win it tonight? Who do you think is going to be the winner? Who do you have faith in? Who do you think has the ability to get the win tonight? We'd love to hear it. So let's see what we'll get tonight. Yeah, I know the title's wrong, guys, but it's just the way things are right now. It's being goofy. It's doing Twitch things, I guess you could say. Doesn't want to act normal. Gonna check the volume real quick. It is a little bit loud. Now we're good. Just making sure. All right, time to get going. At Atlanta, 65 laps. Probably going to have one caution Not one caution, but one pit stop will probably be needed. Maybe two. Two might be in the vicinity of it. We saw the trucks ran about 27 laps on the green flag conditions, so maybe we'll see one stop. I'm not sure. Green flag. Good start for Johnny Brugge and Nathan Fuller. Now, from what we saw earlier in the truck race, is that the bottom really seemed to struggle on the low side, especially when there was a car on the other side. So basically what would happen is, you're just getting stalled out, not really able to get that run off the corner. So that's what we got to focus on. Passing is probably going to come on the high side more than anything. Adam Pettit already, wow, 4 spots up on the start of the race. Getting through traffic easy and quick. Almater up 4, Bukowski up 4. Pointer up 5, so it's a good start for some of these guys. Joel Nallback, the only car stuck on the bottom, already fallen down to 11th place, down 6 spots from where he started. Maybe you could use this opportunity to slot in line, or maybe try to push, get around at least one of these guys. This Collier is going to get him too, and just try to throw him back even further. Nallback slides up a little bit. 45 goes up high. And Nallback could really just afford to get in up high. Try to dive it in a little bit higher, and he seems to be really struggling going on the inside right now. Van Weston clears off Calthan. Or now under attack from Brownover. And it's going to be really tough to get around on the bottom like that. You have way less downforce. I just don't see it really working. It's going to be really hard to get something to work. He's going to try it though. He's not short of getting draft from the 15 or the 4. But, Fuller's going to have that better run off the corner. I'm actually surprised that he's not running off the corner better. Really went down, pinched him a bit, but still kind of kept it even to where they were. He's getting a little bit of pull from the 15 too. Surprising that the inside's at least working what it seems decent at least, because last night, actually 2 nights ago, it didn't work at all. Inside was really, really weak. Gonna go on board real quick. Roll up at Nathan Fuller. Let's see what he's seeing. Looks like he was able to clear Johnny Brugge right there. Just a little bit on the onboard bit. See what happened coming out of the corner. I think Brugge may have gotten a little bit squirrely, I think. He just fell. Fuller just got so much of a run off here. I didn't expect him to get that much of a run off a 15 car. Brownover gets it around Brugge too, so maybe Brugge pushing a little hard in the start. Now this track is a cheese grater, as we said before. It takes a lot to really save tires at this track. Really difficult track to save tires at. They will just get torched in a matter of laps. Well, not really torched, but they'll just get grinded up. So easy to overdrive the car here and lose your tires. Tanner Bukowski coming up with John Delmater in 7th and 8th. And you know, this can be a troublesome track, you know, to get around. If you have to really work in the pack, you know, passing cars, that can take a lot out of you. You don't want to be doing that for a long time. You really want to make short work of people. You don't want to be battling for laps and laps and laps. Because then that's where it will really get to your tires real quickly. Tom Pointer, you know, not taking that advice though. He is up 8 spots already, you know, gained a couple from people not starting, but you know, I'd say he's still up about 5 spots in the ancient 00. Trying to work on Josh Van Weston. Pointer looks inside, and I think he might try the inside right here. Ooh, perfect move there by Pointer. Just goes in there and slides right up in front of the 72. It's a perfect move right there. Smart driving and quick, too. You don't want to be, you know, fiddling around with him for a long time. Just one corner, get it done. Perfect move there by Sean. And moves up to 11th place, too. Johnny Brugge looking under again of Crownover. Or himself has gotten out to a pretty decent lead. I think he may have just tagged the wall, though. It's going to put him under attack from the 28. 28 tries to move up to clear. Cannot do it. Brugge's thinking it. He's thinking 3 wide. He can put it in there if he wants to. 4 goes down the block. Also take the inside line. Got 5 cars with a blanket over him. Brugge sneaks through, gets to the inside, wants the lead back. Cannot clear though. And I think as the run goes on, that inside line, it may get weaker. I think it's gonna, the question is gonna be, when does the outside start favoring over the outside line? 1 car down pit road, Delmater. Very early for a pit stop. So I'm wondering if there's a problem with the car. Brugge complete the pass on 4. 4 gets back down low, gonna cross him over, try to get down on the bottom and repay it back. A little bit of a rub from the 15 and the 4. Now Fuller, what he needs to do is he needs to get up and clear. I think he was clear for just a moment. He could have taken it. He could have taken it, but he did not. And that might put him under attack and keep him vulnerable with the 9. Josh is still down pit road, so for some reason he's down there, just not quite sure why. Yeah, I'm not envious of 4 right now. He's on the apron, getting a little loose. Good save, 4. Yeah, I was gonna say I was not really envious of Fuller's position. He was really stuck down there. He just really couldn't make anything work now. He might lose 5th spot too. Really got wiggly on the bottom of the apron. Take a quick peek at Delmater. Looks like he hit the wall at some point. Not sure what, but he hit it hard in the front. Well, 4 cars now fighting for the lead. About to hit lap 20, so we're cruising through it pretty fast. I think one thing I do want to take a look at, though, is the fall off. So right now, the last lap times, we're seeing 33.1s about. Best lap times were about 31.6s, so we've already fallen off about a second and a half. So, when green flag pit stops come around, you want to be the first on pit road. I don't think you want to be coming in too late. You can gain up to 1.5 seconds, per lap. And I'd say with the fall off, it'll probably be more than that, maybe 2 seconds. So if you stay out for 1 lap, you're probably looking at least a 1 second loss, a 2 second loss, just in pace alone on pit road. The question is, when do they come in, though? If it's going to be a 2-stopper, they would probably be coming in, I'd say, within the next lap or 2. If it's going to be a 1-stopper, and that would be really pushing the fuel deal too, I would say you can't really go past lap like 35. Splitting it in half probably wouldn't be the worst idea. Sean Pointer, only 4 seconds back, by the way. Up 11 spots, slowly catching through the field. But 4 seconds, and that's a lot to make up. James McRae looking to lead his first laps of the day, coming up on Brugge. And since no one's pitting right now, I'm really going to truly believe that this is probably going to be a 1-stop race at this point. See maybe if we can talk to somebody. Ooh, 4 getting loose. Yeah, it's going from bad to worse for him on this run. Yeah, we really got no one to talk to right now. It's alright, though. Brandon Key looking to get the pass on Anthony Crownover. Crownover running the high side, and 51 really able to keep a good high line, too, at least on the bottom in relevance. This doesn't have any real speed coming off that corner. Crownover passes him easily, and I think now it's a time where that bottom line may really start beginning to fail, at least when you're side by side. Doesn't seem to be working out too well. Well, pit stops will probably be happening in a few minutes' time. So while we wait for the pit stops to begin, we'll take a quick break right before they begin on the Southern Broadcast Race Network.
First thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade. You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.
back on the Southern Broadcast Race Network. 29, about to be complete and hit 30, so we're coming close to halfway. And pit stops should be beginning once we hit around lap 32. Most people, I would assume, are going to try to split it in half. Maybe we'll see a few people maybe try to short pit if they're able, or maybe stay out for a couple more laps and run it dry, hope for a caution. May not be the worst idea if you're near the rear of the pack. If you're like O'Neill, Horner, Weston. Why not try to just stay out there and run it empty? Got about, I'd say right now, as they run, I'd say we have 8 cars in contention right now. The only reason I say that is because Sean Pointer has been coming really fast through the field. The only negative for him is that his tires are really starting to fall off, so I think he should pit really, really soon. 2 cars down pit road. It's going to be Bukowski and Joe Nalback. So this is the time where we are figuring out, how long our pit stop's going to cost us. It is going to be a long time down pit road. You're going to lose a lap for sure. It's going to be a 4-tire stop for both the 66 and the 1. 66 down and away after a 14.4 second stop. It's going to be out and away after about 44.3 seconds on pit road. Nalback, a slightly longer stop. And Nalback way slower on pit road. 2 cars come down now. It's going to be Simone and Matt Forens coming in together at both the same time, the 21 and the 10. And pitting early is going to guarantee you a little bit of track position. Here comes one of the leaders. Oh, Key blew the pit entrance, and I think that could be a flag. No black flag, but there is a black flag for Joe Nalback. So I'm assuming that is going to be for speeding on the exit or getting a bad exit. Really surprised there's no black flag, though, for Key. Horner down pit road and the Allback as well to serve his penalty. Nathan Fuller comes in. And there's a lot of damage to the rear of that 4 car. So he must have hit something. Key had a really good stop, just 44 seconds on pit lane. And that, especially with all the cars he's competing against still staying out, I mean, they got to come in around this time. Right now, Brandon Key, of all the drivers who have pitted so far, is the leader. Fuller taking care of that number 1 stall. He is going to have a really quick stop, 44.1 on the pit lane. And looks like Joe Nalback's having a tough time getting off of pit lane. And Fuller rips on past. Shane O'Neill comes down pit road. I'm really surprised that these guys up in the front still have not pitted. Collier and Gulker down pit road. Like, none of the top 5 have even made an attempt at coming down pit road. And this is where it's getting concerning for them. Because the last lap times, Brugge is running 2 seconds. I mean, let's look at, Simone. He's running 2 seconds slower a lap than Mike Simone. The only reason Key's a little bit slower is because he was on his out lap. And Key, like, you see him going, and he's just flying by. So, I mean, they got to come down pit road very, very soon. Pettit down pit road along with McRae and Calvin. It's going to be a 4-tire stop for both those guys. Johnny Brugge still refusing to come down pit road, and I'm really questioning that choice from the leader's position, he's going to lose a lot of time, and it's going to be really, really hard to make up. Sean Pointer comes down as well as Crownover. Van Weston, as I said, probably smart for him to stay out, just try to run it empty. Hope for a caution. Brandon Key's going to be the leader, though. And Pettit is exiting the pit lane, and Key is going to have a massive advantage, almost a straightaway lead on the next car. It's going to be Tanner Bukowski, who pitted slightly earlier than him. And Key is flying right now. I mean, he is going to have a massive advantage. Now, Brugge just come off pit road. So once everything jumbles out, everything sorts out, you know, there's Brugge just getting ripped on past by. So perfect strategy call for Brandon Key. Looking at the stint length, he's been out for 5 laps. 4 is only 1 behind. Kowski's been out 2 laps longer. And Pettit, so he's got about a 5-lap tire advantage, you could say. He has a 4-second lead, though. That could be enough to win the race for him right there. I mean, they'll be able to get him down, I'd say maybe about a 10th a lap or something like that. But it's going to be a mission. And he has that track position advantage, too, if a caution comes out. Josh Van Weston had to bite the bullet and decided to pit. He's going to be nearly a lap down. It would appear that Sean Pointer and Horner were black flagged as well. They are a lap down. Tanner Bukowski getting whipped on past by Nathan Four. Four, couple laps newer tires. Same for Pettit. So they're going to make easy work of the 66. And Key is just going to have to, he's going to have to drive conservatively. You don't want him to burn out his tires. You know, a 3-second lead I wouldn't say is safe in this situation. I mean, where was he when he pit? I think he was like 6th or 7th. So he has an advantage, but you don't want to burn it up. And what I'm hoping here for Key too, if I'm him, is I'm hoping that Fuller puts on a little bit of a fight for Pettit, which doesn't look like it's happening. So yeah, 5-lap advantage. Actually has a 4-lap advantage on Key. Fuller is not in a good position though, because that 3-lap old tires, he's in a much worse position, probably going to get swallowed up a bit. Prey looking under Fuller. Easy pass. I mean, it's easy when there's a car going that much slower. Well, time to look at the lap times. He just ran a 32.2. Pettit a 32.0. So you're going to be gaining about a second every 5 laps if you maintain, maybe a little less. Maybe about a second every 7 laps or so, if that stays the same. So with the amount of laps left, it's going to be close. We might be looking at some battling for the win with only a couple laps to go if it maintains that kind of fall off. But he needs to be shooting for, you know, clicking 2/10 off every single lap. If he doesn't do that, you know, it's going to be very, very difficult, in my opinion, to catch Key. Really slow across the line this time for Key. And Pettit. And a perfect. I think it went slow because he was dealing with lap traffic. Yes, he was. But, you know, the benefit for him is that, you know, he knows that he's going to have to deal with that lap traffic too. Horner and Allback. Back on Horner and Allback situation. Oh, with 51 in the wall. Yeah, so Horner and Nallback, they're around the same tire situation, just slightly better. But that wall hit does not help Key, and is really threatening his lead now. He's really slowing off after that corner, down just to 1.5 seconds the gap. Been caution free so far today. And the way they're spread out, it may stay that way. Go on board for a moment with Adam Pettit. And he's just being very, very nice to the car. Not really doing anything, just treating it nice. Taking it easy. Easily going to get past the lap car of the 41. And you know, that car that I said, you know, 3-second gap, we might be seeing a battle for the win with a couple laps to go. Well, a few mistakes puts it down to very close of a distance. You can see that 51 now. 51 moves down the block. The one slide jobs over the 51, and it could be a chance to get the lead right here. For the lead. The 51 can't really do anything to defend it. Pettit to the lead. He falls down to second. McRae down to third. One other guy to think about, Johnny Brugge. Best tires, but only a lap better than McRae's and Pettit's. So it's going to be interesting to see if Brugge will be able to do anything with a 1 lap advantage. It's going to be tough, though, to make it work, especially with all these lap cars that he's going to have to face, because he's going to have to get around the 41 and the 1, and also at least a slower car, the 51, and catch 2 fast cars that are on the same lap as him. Mike down pit road, and so is Matt Forns. No real reason why. I think if anything happens, though, it's going to be happening with this group of lap cars right here. Brugge looking to take the podium spot away from Key. Oh, I told you it'd be the lap cars. I told you. And no caution, though. Joe Nallback rolling the wall. And he will get down. And that's going to involve Crown over 2. It didn't get affected as much as him, but he did lose a couple spots. Let's take a look at the replay. See what happened here. Ooh. Did he just roll up the hill or something like that? 51 kind of... He just went up the hill and wrecked himself. Not good for Crown over. Nallback gonna get the repairs. "12 laps to go. Pettit still leads. And it's turning into a big lead. McRae has Johnny Brugge right on his rear. And Brugge, I mean, I'm surprised that the undercut didn't work as well as it did. You know, Brugge is pushing. He has a lap better tire. Oh my goodness, I'm yawning. I'm just so surprised that Brugge has been able to get his way all the way from where he was. You know, he's a half second back. He's going to have McRae in tow. We only got 10 laps to go. It's going to be a battle, and I think Brugge might be able to pull this one out. You know, even in the turn one, he's gaining half a second. Now pulling over a tenth of a second. Just right there. So Brugge is pushing him. He's pushing quick. Thing with Brugge, I mean, as long as you can just get a good clean pass, and you have a little bit of time, but you don't have too much time to get it figured out. You can't be dilly-dallying. But also, you don't want to get caught up in the guy's wind stream either. You don't want to get, you know, aero push. You don't want to get caught in that guy's dirty air. Seems kind of like what's happening to the 15 right now. Still on board quick. Let Johnny see what's happening, because he seemed to have stalled out. I mean, right there, he's really in the dirty air. He's cutting down real good, though. Gaining a little bit of time. Car looks a little bit wiggly, but he is down now to just 2.4. Cuts down a little bit more. You see that the 49's really making more use of the middle. Brugge is going down much, much lower. Now he tries the high side. He tries to get a cut down. It's going to be a fight with 5 laps to go. It's only a 1 lap tire difference. I mean, yeah, he is faster. You know, 1 lap, that can be worth up to a tenth of a second. Five laps to go from Atlanta. And right now it's a 2-man show. McRae falling back. He is down to a second. Brandon Keyes still going to be pretty good on the day. Up 2 spots. Might lose 1 to 4, but not a bad call on the strategy. Just didn't work out for him. Looking for the lead goes Johnny. Stuck it on the bottom, and 49 is only going slightly quicker on the top. I think what Brugge needs to do here is he just try the high side, Brugge. Or if you don't feel comfortable there, I don't know what he can try, but you know, Brugge is getting the run on the bottom. Just not working for him right now. 49, he is maintaining the lead. And, you know, the high side of Atlanta is so good. You got to really fire it in there like Johnny's doing right now. When Johnny gets to the top side, it's where he wants to be. And the 49's going to come down low to challenge him back. Johnny Brugge leads with 3 laps to go on the back straightaway. Adam Pettit. I just don't know if he'll be able to do the same thing as Johnny did. Now, that 1 lap fresher tires can really make a difference. And what Johnny's doing right now is he knows that the high side's quicker right now. You can get that so much better of a run off the high side. He's going so much quicker out of the corner. And the 49 barely staying alongside. He's going to fall back. And Johnny might have it with 2 to go. Adam going to fall back. And we need just one more clean lap from Johnny. And he'll win at Atlanta. White flag. 1 lap to go. Well, question the strategy call, but seems to be working out. Johnny Brugge puts already 3/10 on Adam down the final straightaway. In the 3 and 4, Johnny Rocket gonna pick up the win in Atlanta. Checkered flag, Johnny Brugge. Second going to be Pettit. Third, McRae. Fourth, Nathan Fuller. Fifth, Brandon Key. Sixth is going to be Collier. Seventh, Crownover. Eighth is going to be Bukowski. Ninth, Tom Gulker. 10th spot, AJ Calvin. Van Weston. Warner. O'Neill. And Pointer. Horns and Allback, Simone, Delmater. And that is the lineup of the finish tonight. Time to get some donuts. Good win for Johnny. Gonna give the grass a little bit of a mow. All right. Time for some interviews. We're going to grab whoever comes up first. All right. We're going to get James. All right. James, how you doing? James, there? Oh. James, you there?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have to turn you up just real fast. How you doing, bud?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Doing good. So, fighting pretty much in the top 3 all day. Just, Brugge had that 1 lap tire advantage. I didn't think that it would have worked out for y'all pitting so late, considering with what Key did. But, how is it going, especially after the pit stops in that final stage or the final stint?
Yeah, just trying to save better than I did the first time. Try not to fight as much as I did in the first run, and accomplish that. But yeah, Brugge's tire advantage. Plus, he's just good and fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. All I can say is it should have been a little bit better, a little bit quicker. Yeah. But still
Yeah,
happy though. Still a good finish overall, and yeah.
yeah, and you'll probably maintain the points lead, although barely. It'll either be by like 3 or 2 points or something like that. But, with that being said, coming through the first part of the season, still running strong. What does it mean to you to be at the top of the board like this? Coming about halfway through the season. We still got quite a few races left. I'm looking at the schedule. But, with the playoffs, we only got 4 more races before the playoff. Actually, no. I stand corrected. We have 9
Yeah,
races.
I think there's 9. Okay, I was about to say 6.
So halfway point's going to be next week. How do you feel about Watkins Glen?
Generally pretty good. It's one of the few road courses I'm feel okay at least in the stock cars. So, yeah,
All right.
hopefully they do pretty good.
Well, hey,
We'll have to
good
see.
good run for you tonight. What do you got for shoutouts?
Yeah, shout out yeah, you guys putting on the show. The sponsors out there, Cutscene, Exile Esports, and yeah, Rev Racing, the guys racing with tonight, Adam and them, and yeah, my mom for watching.
All right. Sounds good. All right, good one from you tonight. We'll see what you can do at the first road course of the season next week.
Yeah,
Have a
thank you.
good night.
Take care.
Yep.
You too.
We got Adam now. Adam. Well,
Yes. Hey.
what?
Oh, I just said hey.
Oh, hi. All right. Well, you managed to get up there, get around, key. Then Johnny comes with a couple laps ago. Just one lap better tires, but man, those one lap tire, it does make a difference. Um,
Yeah,
anything you may have done
it
different
does.
strategy wise?
Yeah, so I pushed too hard at the start of that second stint, trying to stay ahead of James, and I didn't treat it like I did the first run. The first run I fell, I don't know, second and a half back to those top five and just really taking it easy. And then, I was able to slowly kind of, eat about a tenth away at a time. And then they all kind of started racing each other, which really helped me. Got up to second there and went to pit and obviously pitted with my teammate and was just trying to stay ahead of him because I know how good he is at saving tires as well. But I think I pushed just a little too hard and then it was, you know, Johnny got around James, and I noticed Johnny was running the middle, and I tried running the middle, and I hadn't run it all race, so trying to figure it out with 7 laps to go was not the time to do it. And even if I could have, I don't think I would have been able to hold up Johnny. He saved a lot and stupid fast.
Yeah, you must have been having fun today, though. Top
Oh yeah,
five pretty much was really, really close, especially in that first stage. Caution free race, too.
yeah. No, it was like I was telling Johnny. Like obviously I want to win, but this is exactly why I get on the service and play this game is for what I just got to do. Hard, clean racing, um, no cautions. A lot of people were, very respectful out there. Couldn't really ask for more other than a win. And I gave myself the best chance. I just let it go. I think I was just also just too much rear view mirror driving, and that'll just come with time and experience to not do that and just run your own race. But had a lot of fun tonight. It stings, but I had a lot of fun.
All right. Well, you've moved yourself, by the way, to within 1 point of the points lead. So, how about
All
that?
right. All right. I will take that. James is a very solid, driver, very, very consistent. So if I can make up some points on him, I am very, very glad to hear that.
Yep, just 1 point behind. Well, good race
Hey.
for you. What do you got for shoutouts?
I want to give a big shout out to you for doing the broadcast. I watched last week's. Uh, you do a great job. Also, a big shout out to Cutscene for sponsoring this series. Give us the opportunity to come out and race. And then also shout out to my sponsor, Anything EC. If you're looking for car care products, head on over to anythingec.com. Use code PETIT15 to get 15 off your entire order.
All right. Well, good job tonight. We'll see you at the first road course of the season, Watkins Glen, next week.
All right. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. All right. We got Mr. Johnny Racket. Hello.
Howdy.
Well, third win of the season. Uh, what do you got to say? You were very dominant. You pretty much led almost all the laps today. So how about it?
I had to chase that P1 position down there. I came out of the pits thinking I might have, blown the race away with strategy like I usually do. I think I came out like P6 or 8th or something like that. Um, but I stuck to the strategy of trying to save my tires early on in the run and even into the mid run and
Mhm.
save what I got for the last few laps of the run. And it ended up working out. I knew passing James and Adam was going to be really hard, even with slight tire advantage. But they did a really good job holding me off as long as I did. I got to Adam at like 0.4 seconds back and kind of got stuck there for a second. I was pushing and I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough in the tires to do it, but ended up getting it done. And overall, great race. Fun racing those guys. Really hard and clean, but yeah.
And it's really interesting when you think about it because the fall off here it is pretty bad. You know, you can fall off over 2 seconds on the course of a run, and you know, yeah, sure, you may lose 2 seconds in the pits, but even like a lap difference on tires, I mean, that can be a tenth of a second a lap.
Yeah, exactly. And that was my thought process of why I stayed out a little longer than I think most people. I know a couple people stayed out, I think, a lap later than me, but I think most everybody was pitting before me. And I just kind of figured, yeah, if it stayed green, it was going to be more important to have the little extra tire there at the end. And yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, because you know, I was wondering about you. I wasn't sure if you were gonna get up there, but you know, once I saw you really close the gap and get to McRae, I was thinking, you know, when you got to Pettit, you did slow down a bit because you were catching him at a good pace, and then you kind of got stuck at the 4/10 mark. You know, it took a minute to get around him, but once you got that little slider right in front of him, you didn't let go from there. So, you know, good run on the long run on the second stage. Good job leading the first. What do you got for shoutouts?
Thank you. Yeah, I just want to shout out my team, Exile Esports, um, and our sponsors, Ancient World Gaming and Cutscene, for sponsoring the league. All the league admins that put everything together, and the broadcast channel. Thank you guys for putting on the show.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Good win. Good job on the third one. Watkins Glen next week. So we'll see how Johnny Rocket will be on the road courses.
Oh yeah, I won't be in victory lane there. I can promise that. But yeah,
All
fun.
right. Well, we'll see about that.
All
Good.
right, see you,
Good
Jeff.
night. Good win.
Thanks.
All right. That's going to be all for the broadcast tonight. We'll go over the point standings really quickly, and we will head out of here. All right, points as they are right now. Not a lot of changes in terms of the points, but McRae, Pettit, Brug, Bukowski, Nathan Fuller gains 4 spots to 5th. Josh Van Westen, then Joe Nullback, Stephen Hine, Collier, and Golker 10th. Nathan Nixon 11th. Shane O'Neill 12th. Eric Stewart, AJ Calvin, John Delmater, Jesse Holmes, Dusty Alpin, Robert Tripp, Leandro Benini, Brandon Key, Sean Pointer, Brandon Haynes, Maxwell Horner, Isaac Wilson, Cole Reese, Corey Gasper, Daniel Dow, Anthony Crossover, Randy Gaster, Michael Madden, Dustin Tank, Kobe Sutphin, and Mark Morissette. That is the 33 drivers in order of the points so far. Coming close to halfway through the season, it's going to be the halfway mark before we hit the playoffs. So that'll be race 8 next week. And we'll be back with Xfinity Racing on Monday. Good night, everybody. This is the Southern Broadcast Race Network.